had the recording on. Oh boy. All right. Um, the best part I left out,
Oh no,
but
I didn't notice that.
it's okay. Yeah, we're living our experience. I forgot your question, so my apologies.
Oh, who, me?
Yes.
Oh no, I was just saying, are we all souls in a physical form?
We are for individuality. We carry what we're personally needing to uh, work out for ourselves. Everything's being presented to us in subtle ways through the soul, and um, it it even presents to us of stuff that um, uh, we're put into situations that the soul has carried for a long time. All the time. It's happening every day of our lives.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, thank you.
And so I hope that almost makes sense or puts together an answer for you.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Okay. And it only knows what it needs to do. It doesn't have a consciousness of what we know as consciousness. It only carries its purpose in helping us to get through in life. And we have a choice of what we want to go through in life. We have free will. We can say yay or nay to something, or we can deny it, whatever. But the soul is always presenting 24/7.
Yes, yes. Okay,
All right, hon.
thank you.
Sure. Go ahead, Mike.
I kind of think of it as God's in everybody and maybe every living thing. And it's my thoughts and feelings that distract me from that. And if I can let go of that stuff, then I can appreciate that God's in each of us and feel grateful for that. And
Good.
I also think that it's inherent in every living thing, animals and insects and people, to have a feeling of vulnerability. And that's why, our ego is continually looking for security. And, if I come near an ant, it runs away. If I come near a butterfly, it runs away. So I kind of think that a feeling of vulnerability is in every living thing, aside from maybe plants, because I don't know that much. But so I don't beat myself up and for feeling vulnerable sometimes. And I I try not to well, anyways, I realize the ego just likes to control everything, and I like to take a deep breath and be patient.
Good.
I don't know
And
if
at
that
the
makes
same, yeah, and no, it makes sense what you're saying. And at the same time, uh, there's a soul there's an oversoul for every species, everything. And that's a very true thing. And it maintains the pattern of consciousness for every species and group. And it knows what to do, how to do it, why to do it, for its consciousness. There's no living thing that doesn't have consciousness to some degree. It's not consciousness as we know it. We have consciousness, and then we also have complex consciousness. And we have the ability as human beings to step outside of ourselves and also to think outside of ourselves and to take activity on that, where other living things don't. There's some species that are close, or some types that are close, and that's animals. But they don't have the same ability that we have. We have uh, control over those things if we choose, even though they have their own livingness. But we also have control in being able to think outside of ourselves and to function outside of ourselves. And we do that quite often unbeknownst to us. And we can be recreative outside of ourselves where other animals cannot. But the animals are closest to us. And yes, our place is to honor all things. And at the same time, it's just like I've always talked about, we're created in the image of God and man, womankind. And if that's true, we have the ability to recreate in that image. And therefore, uh, we are co-creators. And to prove this point in a sense, everyone talks about, oh, I believe in God, and I believe that God controls my life, in some way or another, or at times, whatever. And God made this world and all living things in it. And, in a sense, if we can go deep within ourselves and really wonder without judgment or control issues or any of those natures, then we can look in the mirror and we can find God. We're looking at God. If we look in a mirror, we're looking at God, if God really created us. And how deeply do we want to do that? God doesn't make mistakes. Not at all. We're the ones who do the judgment calls that say that God does, or we want to condemn ourselves or whatever. But if we were to look in a mirror, we can really find a perfection if we look deep enough. And that's a reflection of God, that perfection. Regardless of who we are, what we are, or anything else, those things don't matter to the godliness. They only matter to us. Those are the things that condemn us or make us feel awkward. I hope that makes sense to some degree. Any questions about that? I can try to answer anything.
I heard there's three types of thinking. And the one is the ego looking for security all the time. The other one is when you're doing an analytical problem, like a math problem where there's no emotion involved. And then the other type of thinking is when you care about someone or something more than I care about myself. And those one feelings of caring inform my thinking. And I think that's where God is. That's when I'm more in touch with the God inside myself.
Good.
When I let go and care about, uh, you know, another person or another thing or whatever, and that's where I'm in a good place.
We're here to experience ourselves, to learn how to enjoy ourselves. And everything else is minutia in the mind of God. It's when we give the adorations to that divinity, the godliness, versus ourself in our daily activities or our thoughts and actions. And as we do that, what we're doing, we're blending earth and heaven together. That's what we're here to do, to have the earthly experience. We're here for that purpose. And to have the so-called spiritual experience, knowing that we have a creator. And again, it's going back to, looking at ourselves in a mirror and trying to find that perfection of that divinity, that godliness. So, all right. I hope that elaborates a little bit more on what you were referring to. And,
Thank you.
sure. I'm seeing from the meetup group that many, many people are joining, but I don't see them online. But in any case, so far it's only 5 of us. So, all right, maybe they're seeing it through a different program. I don't know. Any case, any other final questions or comments? Please, I love this so far with everyone, what they're asking. All right. Kathy, my dear, anything you would like me to work with, please?
My eyes have been bothering me. I don't know if they're dry or what it is, but maybe it's my macular degeneration or cataracts. But my eyes have been kind of sore and tired, and so if there's something that uh, if 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 the stinging that I have, I'm not sure why they've been burning and sort of stinging. And I
Yeah.
haven't been really sleeping that well. So maybe it's not getting good sleep.
And that can be a part of it. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that can definitely be a part of the process there, what's happening.
But I want to say, Mark, that a long time ago you worked on my right foot and it had neuropathy, and that has gone. And
How awesome.
it is. And even more wonderful, my shoulder has a little bit of pain in it, but you had worked on it and it is so much better. And it's just wonderful to be able to use that arm.
God bless you. That's
So
wonderful.
thank you.
Yeah. And as everyone knows, please keep in mind that just to reiterate that, everything is by God, and that's what does it through people, in helping other people to feel better. And so, and it's learning to trust that process. And that's exactly what I do. I put that first. So, all right. Let me work with your eyes a little bit and ask a blessing on you. Okay.
Thank you.
Two different things.
Yeah.
All right, my dear friend.
Thank you, Mark.
Of course, of course. And please, if you find it within your heart, anyone, do a gifting on the Facebook, excuse me, on the website if it's within you. And if not, that's fine. If you do, that's great. And let me see here. Mike, anything in particular, my dear friend? How's your
Uh,
back?
my back, it's there's still a little bit of a ting there, but I think it's probably uh, hopefully it's not the long COVID anymore. It's just the fact I've started working out a little bit again,
Good.
and it's a little just slightly tighter sore, just a little. My left knee is better since you worked on it. I still have a little bit of discomfort though, and I noticed it was more at the kneecap area, and
Sure.
it's better.
Okay, let me work with this a little bit. I want to work with your back first.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to work with the left knee now. Okay, my dear friend.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, good. Excellent. Andrea, how are you? Can you hear me? Is your mic on? All right. Let's go to Nini. Anything in particular, my dear friend?
Hi, Mark. Oh, just your blessing today as usual.
Oh, you got it. And
Thank
how's
you.
how's your family?
Good. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're good.
All right, good. All right. You got it, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Oh, of course. Andrea, are you there? Can you hear me? Maybe not. All right. Let me see if I can do it this way. Ask to start. All right, I guess not. All right, let me write. All right, everyone. Um, anything else I can possibly talk about or work with before we rock and roll here? Anything, please. Anything, Kathy?
Well, you mentioned the word honor. So I was thinking about honoring other people, that they have a soul and they're here to learn certain things,
Yes.
and to let them yeah, I have no idea what those things are, and to honor their
Whatever their
soul
process is. Yeah.
soul journey, whatever. So 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 yeah, that's sort of like letting go a little bit, and to so, so anything else you could say about honor, what honoring something means?
The obvious, to adore it, to honor it, to give it room, to give it space, whatever it wants, whatever it needs, we're honoring someone. You know what that means. And, you know, it's keeping it simple without breaking it down too much, because then our thinking gets in the way. I really don't know how else to express, I honor you, you know. I adore you. I admire you. I'll give you space as you want space, or I'll give you, if there's something I can give you that you need, I'll give it to you. I honor you.
Thanks.
All right, hon.
Pretty simple.
It is for all of us. Yeah, yeah. All right. Anything else? Any other comments or questions I can try to answer?
As far as honoring people, I kind of look at it as I have to respect everybody for who they are.
Perfect word. Respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and uh and how irritating it might be sometimes,
I know. And oftentimes when it's irritating, we're taking something personal. And that's a perfect time to take a look back when we learned to take something personal, and how we learned it, and the last time we did it, and the time before that. It's always taking a look at ourselves when something feels awkward.
I have a sister that has mental problems, and uh, she fantasizes stuff, she lies about stuff, she's miserable and she blames everybody else. And I feel so bad for her, but there's nothing I can do.
Correct.
And I can't have any resentments because that doesn't do anything but hurt me, you know, and it isn't.
Exactly what we're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And so, we can still admire the person or whatever's, necessitates, and we can still, be there for them. We can still love them. But we don't necessarily have to participate in the dysfunction of some things. And often, as we don't participate in dysfunction, they see they're not getting a reaction. Some people see that, and that also helps them. But we can still honor them who they are. And even if it's, because when someone is of that nature, generally it's because at some point in their life, they went without having someone give them attention in life.
well, I can appreciate her struggles.
Sure.
And, people, some people's brains are wired differently.
Yes.
And our society doesn't
No,
tolerate.
everyone's brain is wired differently. Everyone. I've never met a person that's going to be like someone else.
Yeah, but some people that are bipolar or autistic or narcissistic, they can't help themselves, and in our society don't accept that, and that's sad.
I don't know of
You know?
anyone that isn't schizophrenic. So, all right.
So there you go.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, my dear friends. It's been an honor.
Thank you,
And
Mark.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Mark.
And I'm
Thank
so
you.
looking forward. All right. Andre, are you there? Can you hear me? No, she can't hear me. All right. That's fine. All right, everyone. Blessings to you. I'm looking forward to next week. And maybe we'll have the 12 people that eventually signed up for tonight. And it shows that they joined, but I don't see them. And God bless you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay,
Thank
God bless
Right.
you.
God bless
Anyone
everyone.
wants an appointment, let me know. All right, my friends. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.